Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. So, I think, as Caitlin introduced, my name is Krishnam, and I'm the solution architect at Columbus. And I've been working on Dynamics for the past 10 years. So, today we're going to discuss the customer experience, otherwise, the unified experience based on Dynamics 365 platform. And also, we would go through a couple of use cases where we have actually helped some customers in how to resolve their issues in terms of customer experience and our solution as well, the way we have done it. I'm going to give you a glimpse of how Columbus has proposed a solution and how we have developed about it. And then we'll also discuss a few things about the licensing at the end before we close the session. So basically, whenever the moment we say customer experience or slash the unified experience, it has to be an experience where we show the information irrespective of the platform the customer is engaging with us. Or for example, as an employee of the company, I want to look at certain information. I'm a sales guy, I'm a service guy, or I'm a marketing department person. I want to look at some information. I don't really have to rely on a single platform to show me the information, because these days every customer tend to have multiple business applications having data in multiple systems at any given point of time. And it gets very difficult for our business to streamline this data. And if the data is not streamlined, then we have the same data. Otherwise, we have different sets of data being stored in different places where my employee or my customer or my internal people has to look at different systems to get one piece of information, which is very key for my business. So this is where the unified experience, which in turn will become the customer experience, will come into picture here. So this is what, from Columbus, this is what we envision our unified experience has to be. It is not only to our customers, it is also includes our employees and as an organization as a whole, where we engage with our customers, then we deliver our services, then we manage. Now, these three critical elements revolve completely around the data which is related to the customer. And that's why at the center of the whole three elements here is the customer journey. So customer journey is which will cascade, otherwise which will open up into all these three elements, irrespective of whether you are a customer, whether the employee or the entire organization. This customer journey is the key, because this is the data which has been positioned or being pushed into different systems or been pulled from different systems. So we're going to see, first of all, we'll see how the data has been evolving in the past few years. So this is what, at the moment, earlier we used to have single channel where we can get information from a piece of paper or from a telecalling and so on and so forth. Then we had the multi-channel, where we used to get information from a little bit of websites and social media and so on and so forth. Then we came into the omni-channel era, where we are getting information, even tons and tons of information from different elements out there in the world. It can be web, it can be your marketing campaigns, social media, no matter what. We have n number of channels these days where we're getting amount of data which is humongous. Now, how do we manage this data? Now, where are we at the moment? Today, we have already crossed the omni-channel. So it's all about the unified experience. The unified experience is a platform which will control or which will enable you to convert all the data which you're getting from different channels. Otherwise, your omni-channel experience, your unified experience will help you to manage the data, convert the data, and use the data. If you're not able to do these three things, no matter how much of a data we are getting from different channels, or no matter how much of a data we are pushing into different channels, it will not help our business to grow in the future. So this is where our unified experience as a concept will come into picture, which will not only help in terms of streamlining different business applications such as e-commerce, CRM, your ERP, it can be anything. As of now, we are not talking about any particular vendor like Microsoft or Salesforce and so on and so forth. We are not talking about that. We are simply talking about let's say any ERP, any e-commerce, CRM, your asset management systems, and so on and so forth. So how do all these different business applications talk to each other? Otherwise, how do we enable the best use of all these three business applications in a very streamlined way to help my business to grow? And this is where our unified experience concept will come into picture. After showing the use cases, I will run through the concept of unified experience as well and how we are achieving it as we are speaking at the moment. So these are some of the digital touch points as we see from the market these days. I think we have included almost most of them. We might miss few here, but end of the day, it's all about awareness, consideration. Then you purchase, then you provide service, and then you do the loyalty of your customers. That's the most important part here. So between these 5 categories, you can see that data is flowing from different channels and it's been coming into this thing. So in these 5 different elements, we have our e-commerce platform, our ERPs, our CRMs, our campaign management systems, our asset management systems, our loyalty programs will come into picture. So as a whole, what we really are intending to do is we are trying to get the data as much as we can from these systems, then maintain it, making it more meaningful, which can give us good business insights or analytics otherwise. So this is what we're going to do in our unified experience concept. And here we're going to show you 2 customer examples where we have streamlined some of these elements for a couple of our customers with 2 completely different scenarios. And we will see what are the challenges and how we at Columbus we have resolved those issues and given them a successful solution. So scenario 1. So one of our existing customers had been a CRM, Microsoft Dynamics CRM platform for many years, and they've been recently upgraded to the new latest online version as well, where they wanted to enhance their marketing efforts. Earlier, they used to have Dynamics plus a third-party marketing application to run their marketing efforts, but now they would like to have a marketing from CRM itself. And they are predominantly into the event management. So their business is predominantly revolves around the event management, and they wanted to have a comprehensive marketing to sales process along with a customized loyalty program. In Dynamics, we do not have a loyalty program as such, but as a solution, we have custom developed a loyalty program for the customer by using the Dynamics features given by Microsoft. And also, we're going to show you how we have developed a solution around the marketing as well. And the next scenario, which is an healthcare business where the company main business is to provide maintenance services or repair services for all the hospital equipment, such as scanners, X-ray machines, or the MRI machines. And predominantly, they would wanted to have a system in place which can let them have a full-scale tracking system of the equipment whenever they come into the warehouse. They wanted to have an end-to-end solution of how to manage their equipment, do the repairs, otherwise jobs, and then how do they manage their resources. So let's look at scenario 1 here. So scenario 1, where the customer is looking for a comprehensive marketing solution, and also they want to get away from their existing marketing solution, which was a third-party app. Now, one of their major requirements, and I'm sure some of you guys might have already come across this situation, they had Microsoft Dynamics and they also had an external portal which is used by their customers without consuming any licenses. So their customers used to log into the portal where they publish all their events, where as an attendee, I can go to the portal, log in, buy my pass or buy my event pass, do the payment and come back. And all this information used to be transferred into Dynamics. And then they used to use this information to feed this manually into another marketing system and do their marketing campaigns, depending on the attendees, depending on members and non-members. Now the situation here was the ADX portal, the portal solution which they were using, was completely deprecated. So it was not supported anymore for the latest versions of CRM. So the first issue was to address this. How do we get them out of that legacy system into the latest version, which can continue for the next decade or so going forward? And also, the next challenge was the existing system for any enhancements going forward was costing too much. It was a huge development effort, even for a little enhancement. So that was their biggest challenge. And then since they already had a license, they wanted to make full utilization of the Dynamics platform, which they already have. So this is where we have used the Dynamics 365 for marketing application and uh, replaced it and replaced the existing third-party marketing application. So where they don't have to pay the extra money for that third-party app, which they've been paying for almost few years now. And then the one more important part was payments. So payments is not a part of Dynamics, not a part of portals here. They had a custom payment solution where they used to take payments using telecalling, and we wanted to automate the payment as well. So our challenges was to address their legacy system, replace their third-party app, and use the out-of-box features given by Microsoft marketing application, provide them a payment solution, and again also give them a little bit of loyalty program as well for members and non-members. And that was the challenge. And now I'm going to show you how we have actually developed a solution which can address these challenges. So we suggested use the Microsoft Dynamics marketing application, which gives them every functionality out there in terms of marketing campaigns, any number of emails. They can create their own templates. So it is almost a very advanced email and marketing solution, which is out of box available as part of their marketing dynamics application license, which also has an event management module, which is already inbuilt. So we have used that event management module to its fullest capabilities and build a custom portal using the Microsoft portal solution, going away from the legacy portal which they had earlier. So in that way, they are on the latest version of the portal, which is being used by their clients. And then also they were able to use the same Dynamics application to do all their marketing efforts, which earlier used to have a different system in place. And that way they had one single interface, one single UI to manage their marketing and sales and service efforts. So they were able to replace those two different third-party apps here. Now, in terms of payments, I'm going to give you a little bit of solution here as well. If someone is looking for a solution and how do you engage payments as part of your Dynamics portals, you can use the authorize.net if you're a technical person or you're developers, which can give you a free API, which will help you to build your own custom payment page without really having to pay for some third-party app here. So this is one of the solutions which we have developed on our own as well, using the API provided by the authorize.net, which internally uses PayPal. So if you are into this situation, I think the authorize.net is a very good alternative where you don't really have to pay anything, just your development effort, and then you should be able to have your own payment page as part of your portals, which can also be part of your Dynamics as well. And then for members and non-members, we provided a custom solution for loyalty. So when members log in, they get a 20% discount or a 25% discount, so on and so forth. So earlier, they used to have campaigns, and their call center used to make telecallings from a different app, but now everything happens from Dynamics. So that really helped them to streamline these three aspects. One is the major goal was to accelerate customer acquisition for loyalty program. So where the members and non-members, they were able to segregate that difference very easily. So for members, they get some discounts, and they can also do a targeted campaigns for their members and separate campaigns for non-members. And also, they were able to increase the customer conversion with improved lead management because they have a single system where they know who are the members and non-members and how do you target the new customers. They were able to increase their lead management as well. And then the overall solution, because of the new portal experience with the payment gateway, so their calling department or their telecalling department or their financing department never really have to call anyone these days now. They can simply, the users can go to the portal, go to the pass, buy the pass, make the payment, be done with it. No one has to make any manual entry of payments or take telecallings or make phone calls to get the payments done. It's all automatically done by the website or their portal, and then it comes into the system as well of all the transactions. So they don't really have to do the manual acceptance of payments or even the collections, even the um, refunds is automatically managed by the system itself. So they don't really have to handle any of these elements manually. So that really helped them to have a streamlined process where not only their campaigns, their social media, now they're able to do a lot of social media activities as well, where they were able to campaign not only through email campaigning, which was earlier their third-party app only allowed them to do email campaigning, but with Dynamics marketing application solution, they can also do social media campaigning from their Dynamics itself, apart from their regular emails and so on and so forth, which not only increased their new customer base, it also provided a good communication channel to their existing members and also the non-members. Now, scenario two, I think one of the most popular elements these days is the field service application. So we have used that field service capabilities to provide a good resource management, a good asset management, and also a good work order management solution using the same solution here. So let's look at the customer scenario two. So the existing process was a paper-based. As I told you, this customer used to do the maintenance and repair work of all the healthcare equipment. So until this solution, it's all paper-based. It's all manually done, no systems whatsoever. They had one legacy system from, let's say, 15 years back, where they used to have a manual entry, and then it's all papers. So you have a work order that will be on a piece of paper, which will be passed on to multiple technicians as they are working. Even the delivery management was also manual, where they have to manually scan few things and then enter it on a piece of paper and deliver it to the client. So it's all manually done. Their existing ERP system or their accounting software was QuickBooks, where they used to do all the manual entry of all invoicing into the QuickBooks without having any system in place. So it was all purely paper-based and a lot of manual entry into their QuickBooks. And until this solution, the customer never had a real-time analytics of what is going on with their equipment, which resource is working on which equipment or which repair. And to what stage are we there? When are we going to deliver this to the client? They've got no information at a one single place. They literally have to go to different departments, look at their piece of paper and find out. And also, their customers were insisting to have a customer facing portal or a website where they can log their own complaints about their machines, then schedule a delivery, and also request for a repair maintenance on site as well. There was no such provision as such until this solution here. Now, what we have done for this customer, as I've mentioned earlier, we have used Dynamics Field Service application, by using which we were able to do a comprehensive work order management process. Now, let me show you this in a very detailed way, how we have achieved this. So, apart from this work order management, which will help them to manage the work that you're doing on that particular equipment, like services, like tasks, what to be done on each equipment, the missing products you're using, and so on and so forth. Not only that, we've also developed a scanning functionality. So they install, let's say you have a technician, they have a field service mobile app, you have a machine coming in for repair. You just scan the ID of the machine and it'll automatically tell you which customer from which location, what was their old order, the number of products required, what services that you have to do, who are the technicians who worked on it earlier. It's all gonna give you all the information on your field service mobile app itself, which in turn, as a manager or as a technician, I can schedule. I can say this person is available for 3 to 4 hours in a day. So I can do a comprehensive resource management as well, so that I can maximize my resource utilization, and I can best use the technicians as well. And not only this, field service by default give you all the functionalities where you will be able to drill down, you'll be able to filter the resources based on their skills, based on their certifications. So that means at any given point of time, you have a fully qualified resource working on an equipment no matter what. So in that way, you'll save a lot of time. The same time, you're able to fully utilize your resources. And also, it'll give you a real-time tracking of your equipment as well. So you know, as a manager, as a department head, you know who is working on it, at which department this equipment is in, and what is the expected delivery of this client. So you have a full tracking of your equipment, of your resources, of the work being done as well, and what products we've been using here. Now, the biggest asset or the biggest plus point for this solution, we have integrated this dynamics to QuickBooks. And in that way, the customer don't really have to push or manually enter data into QuickBooks for his invoices and coaching. The dynamics will automatically, by using an API, will push the data which is required for an invoice and order, just automatically emailed to the customer as well. So right from getting the equipment into the warehouse until its delivery, at the same time, all the orders, invoices is all automatically done completely. So the, the Dynamics takes care of the field service solution, takes care of the work order management and the resource management, and then it pushes all the invoices automatically into QuickBooks, and it'll also email the customer as well a copy, and from QuickBooks the accounting department can take it over from there, and they can process the payment. So that was the biggest plus point of the solution, where a lot of manual work has been completely removed. In fact, no manual work at the moment except that scanning functionality from their mobile device. Nothing is manual. It's all done automatically into the system. There's no paperwork anymore. There's no paper-based work anymore being done by the client as we are speaking at the moment. Now, the one more advantage or one more solution, which is very crucial for the client, was a customer-facing website where we have developed a portal using the Microsoft Portal solution, where the customers can actually manage their own complaints, their own issues about their equipment. They can just log into the portal, they can put their own complaints, and it will automatically come into the CRM from there. The resource manager or the technician can take care of that complaint, and so on and so forth. And also the customer can see the status of their equipment as well. So everyone, not only from the customer end and also from the employee end, everyone gets to see their data. Everyone knows what is happening with their equipment or what they are working, what tasks being done, and when can they expect the delivery. So you have a full information no matter whichever system you're using at any given point of time. And this is what I was referring earlier as a unified experience. The customer uses the portal, my employee, one of the technicians uses the field service mobile app, one of my managers uses the desktop 365 version, and my accounting department uses the QuickBooks. Irrespective of the application that you're in, you're always able to get the information that you're trying to look at, even though the information is actually not residing. But we have developed a solution which will help to push the data, or the data is flowing seamlessly between these three different platforms, different devices, different systems. And by using this solution, the customer has achieved his digital transformation journey. I think this is one of the very true cases, or one of the real cases of a digital transformation, from a purely paper-based manual entry into QuickBooks to a fully automated paperless solution, which I would truly call as a digitally transformed customer journey. So going forward, we'll be implementing a lot more features to this customer in terms of chatbots for their call center and so on and so forth. But with Dynamics and with Dynamics 365 applications, be it ERP, be it CRM, or be it field service, we have all the options available to convert or to link to any application out there, be it legacy system or the new systems, and help any customer to achieve their unified experience or improve their customer experience journey, and overall digitally transform your company business. Now, why do we have to do this? Why going into unified experience is very important to any business, given the recent enhancements? Firstly, you get a 360-degree view of your customers from all departments. And as you can see here, it's all sales, marketing, and service and operations. From every department out there, you get a 360-degree view of your customer data, then which will help you to manage three different things: acquisition, conversion, and retention. You acquire new customers using your marketing campaigns, you attract them, you retain your customers by using loyalty programs, providing an amazing service to them, and then you also convert those into sales, and then your operations will help you to achieve all these things basically. So that unified experience, that particular journey of achieving a unified experience or digitally transformation will help you to achieve all these elements of your business. Now, how are we achieving this? So from the past, I think, few minutes, I've been talking about the unified experience. I've been giving you a couple of customer examples and how we have achieved it and so on and so forth. But exactly how are we even achieving this? So are we using n number of third-party apps, increasing the cost of software? Because you as a customer, we understand that you already pay for these softwares, isn't it? Let's say you have an ERP system from SAP, you have a CRM from Microsoft, and let's say you have some asset management system from third-party vendor. So you've been paying SAP, Microsoft, and the other third-party vendor as well for all these licenses. For again, how do we integrate them? Are we going to pay one more license? Are we going to do one more third-party app here? Absolutely not here. So what we believe at Columbus is we achieve the unified experience using the customer centricity. That means we achieve this unified experience from having data talk to each other irrespective of the application. Now, how are we achieving this? We have an API-led approach which is helping us to achieve this. And our team of developers from different backgrounds who are from e-commerce background, from ERP, from CRM, who've been working for more than 10 to 20 years on different platforms. They have the knowledge, and we have built APIs which will help us to achieve this in a very seamless manner. And as you can see here, no matter wherever your data relies in, whichever system you're using, Microsoft or non-Microsoft, e-commerce or anything, we can bring your data or let the data talk to each other using different applications using APIs. All the latest systems out there, be it SAP, Salesforce, Microsoft, you name it, all these technologies actually support the open data protocols. They all support the API concepts. So at Columbus, instead of telling a customer to go for expensive third-party apps, which may or may not do customer job, or which may need extra coding efforts when we're trying to buy those licenses. We're not going to do that. We are doing this using the API-led approach, which is helping us to achieve this unified experience from different systems. As you can see here, we have plenty of applications, be it social media, e-commerce, CRM, ERP, and so on and so forth. We have used APIs to talk to each other. So if your business is looking for such kind of solutions where you want to streamline your data, you want to let systems to talk to each other, then we have solutions which are very specific to different applications. And at Columbus, we never believe in one size fits for all. That is never going to happen. So we have specific APIs for specific applications and for specific requirements. So let us analyze your system. If you have this use cases, please approach us or let us do this analysis first. Then we will tell you to what extent we need an API and to where we can minimize the effort of manual entry and how we can help you to communicate or how we can help you to bridge all these different applications. Now, as you can see here, this is what I was talking about earlier, where your processes, your systems as an organization of all the systems will revolve around this unified experience. And these APIs will help us to achieve this. So end of the day, as Microsoft Pro, we always suggest our client that with Microsoft Stack and with Dynamics 365, where we have not only the ERP, CRM, which is Microsoft is known for. Very recently, Microsoft also launched their e-commerce platforms as well, where it's all integrated. So your Dynamics 365 is a plethora of applications combined together, basically. It's a very powerful platform, which not only revolves around ERPs and CRM, now it is spanning towards e-commerce as well. So if you want to replace your existing systems, the Dynamics has that capabilities. If you want to keep your existing systems and just add Dynamics, one of the elements to it, Dynamics has got every capability of supporting any API out there and let your system bring in. So Dynamics 365 can be the central database, which will help you to manage the entire data from all these systems and support all the APIs with all the latest technologies as well. Now, last but not least, I would want to give a little bit of information about the licensing as well. So from October 1st, 2019, this year, the licensing of Dynamics is going to change. So earlier, the entire licensing model was based on plans where you may or may not require a license, but still you're paying for it. But now it's all become a la carte. In the sense, you'll pay for only what you use and what you want. You can only buy what you want. You don't really have to stick to plans where, for example, let's say you would want to have 20 sales licenses and 50 field service licenses. So earlier, whether I like it or not, I have to go for customer engagement plan otherwise, which involves a lot of other data, or which involves a lot of other applications also where I don't need those applications. But now I can actually go for 20 sales licenses and I can pay an extra $20 on top of my license and get those extra field service licenses. So it's all becoming a la carte where there are no plans anymore from October 1st. So for all existing customers, this will not affect immediately. So please check your renewal date. And from your renewal date onwards, if you are renewing further, then your new licensing pictures or your new licensing terms will come into picture. For any new customers from October 1st onwards, the new licensing will be applied. So if you're an existing customer of Dynamics and if you're already having some licenses, and if you want us to help and see what best suits your business, and can we remove some licenses or do we have to add more licenses, or can we cut down the pricing by using some of these new policies or new terms of licensing, please contact us. One of our technicians or one of our consultants will approach you. We will review your system, your licensing, and we will suggest you whether you have to cut down your licenses or maybe buy an extra add-on to be safe for the future needs. And if you're a new customer, please reach out to us. We will help you in detail how exactly the whole licensing has been defined from October 1st and where you can get the maximum out of these licenses by paying as less as possible. That's the idea. So please reach out to us. Not only licensing, even the Power Apps and all the licenses to ERP as well is going to change. So the entire dynamic stack licenses will be revised from October 1st. So if you have a requirement, please reach out to us. We will help. We will have a dedicated consultant assigned to you, and they will review your system and they'll give you a full report on what you have to do or what you don't have to do once October 1st comes into place. I think those are the points that I want to discuss. So if you have any questions, please go ahead.
Yeah, so I was going to say we did have a couple questions come in, and just a reminder to everyone, if you'd want to submit questions, just take a look at the right-hand side of your screen. We have our question box open there. The first question is, can all social media platforms be connected to Dynamics 365?
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. So we have different licensing options available, but all your Twitter, Facebook, any other social medias you have, we get a live feed from them. You can also see as part of your Dynamics itself. So the Dynamics provides you all those plugins, all those engagement licenses, which will help you to tag your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, and so on and so forth. So the answer is yes.
Perfect. The next question is the Microsoft Portal solution a part of Dynamics 365, or does it need to be purchased separately?
Okay, so as of now, it is a free license. If you have more than 10 customer engagement plan enterprise licenses, it's a free license available. But from October 1st, it's not free anymore. It's not free anymore. But earlier, for example, let's say you wanted to buy an extra license, then you have to pay $500. But now there's a very minimum pay, so you will not pay anything for the portal, but the number of logins or number of external logins that you want to have, you'll pay for those logins per month. So yeah, so for now, until October 1st, it is free if you have more than 10 enterprise licenses, but from October 1st onwards, it will not be calculated as a number of licenses. You can have a portal based on Power Apps, but depending on the number of logins, you'll pay for it. So, and that is very minimal as well.
All right. If there are no additional questions, I'd like to thank you all for attending today's presentation. And thank you so much, Krishnam, for giving us a great overview on how Dynamics 365 can help transform the way businesses talk to their clients. And if any later questions do come up, please feel free to reach out to either Krishnam or myself. You will be seeing that follow-up email with a link to the recording being sent out soon. Thanks again, everyone, and we hope you have a great day.
Thank you so much for everyone for the opportunity. Thank you.